This is not just another platform versus regulator skirmish. A criminal case in Arizona turns the story into a category stress test. Prediction markets can look exciting when the conversation is growth, liquidity, and user attention. But legal durability is a different question. If state-level theories can still escalate into criminal pressure, then the entire category has to prove it is more resilient than the hype cycle around it. That is why this headline matters outside Arizona. It asks whether the product can mature into infrastructure while still fighting for legal footing. First, what changed? What changed is the severity of the pressure. Once a dispute starts sounding criminal instead of merely regulatory, everyone around the category pays more attention. Partners reassess exposure. Users reassess confidence. Builders reassess whether the operating environment is stable enough to justify long-term investment. This matters because legal uncertainty affects the whole business environment before any final resolution arrives. Partners get cautious. Users hesitate. Expansion gets more expensive. And a fragmented state-by-state landscape can make a category look structurally unstable even if demand exists. Now the evidence. The limit is that one state does not automatically decide the future of the whole category. Markets can still grow in other jurisdictions, legal arguments can be contested, and the eventual outcome may be narrower than the headline suggests. But that does not make the risk trivial. Fragmentation itself can become the problem. If enough jurisdictions create uncertainty, category momentum stops being enough. So what should creators do with that? The best lens here is not platform drama. It is legal durability. Watch whether other states adopt similar theories, whether partners become more cautious, and whether the category starts spending more energy defending access than improving product. Those are the signals that tell you whether prediction markets are entering a harder phase of maturity. The more management attention shifts from building toward legal defense, the more category momentum starts getting taxed by structural uncertainty. The real signal is whether Arizona stays isolated or becomes part of a broader pattern. Watch how partners behave, whether other states follow with similar pressure, and whether legal clarity improves or deteriorates. That is what will determine whether prediction markets can stabilize as infrastructure or remain structurally fragile. The bottom line is that this case tests the category's legal foundation. Growth alone does not solve legal risk, and prediction markets now face a harder phase where legal durability matters as much as product momentum. That is the level where this story becomes important. If the category wants mainstream credibility, it has to show not just demand, but the ability to survive hard legal scrutiny without constant fragmentation. The next signal to watch is whether that scrutiny stays isolated or starts spreading into a repeat pattern. That distinction may decide how investable the category feels next year.